Hello there. Welcome back to the sky. If you didn't watch part 1 of this series, I'll put it up in the top right corner. I highly recommend watching it to get context for this video. In the last video, we built another gold farm, expanded our island a lot, and got a villager. We left off about to take on the Nether Fortress. So, let's begin. Starting off, it is now day 4, and we've conscripted some help. This is Little Man. Think of him like an unpaid Congolese child laborer, because he'll spend much of his time mining and we will not be paying him for it. In fact, the only thing keeping him from stealing all our riches and fleeing is our severe discipline. OSHA violations aside, let's get to... Our strategy for reaching the fortress was pretty simple. Build a tunnel to it and figure it out from there. The blazes did not make that an easy task. Hey guys, just a quick pause in the video really quickly. I put a lot of work into this little mini series here. Probably the most work I've ever done into a YouTube video series ever. So if you could just subscribe to, if you like the content, then that would be very much appreciated. Thanks. Not only did I have to worry about that, but within 10 minutes of us starting the day, both Mr. Clip and Little Man had managed to get the mob farm blown up. And somehow this was pinned as my fault. I am going...
I had to take out my anger on somebody for my mob.
Why? I didn't do any... Is that even fixed? Did you guys just leave it? Unfortunately, Little Man pretty quickly brought up the question of food. Your life is worth marginally less than 1 potato. With all that taken care of, we got back to the task at hand. The Nether is... how can I put this? Not enjoyable. I would rather be forced to play League of Legends while having my legs slowly chewed off by a monitor lizard than to have to go through the Nether again. Anyway, on a much more positive note, cobblestone. We made it to the Nether Fortress and then spent like an hour running through the cycle of dying, respawning, running all the way there, and then dying again. After over an hour of trying and failing, Mr. Clip finally managed to secure a grand total of 3 blaze rods. Alright, really quickly, let's go over the goals I established last video again. The end goal of this is obviously to kill the Ender Dragon. Upon doing so, the ex-governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, will come pick us up with his personal Boeing 747. To do this, we need to get the resources in order to create the end portal, which requires us executing the recipe on screen a total of 12 times. This means we need a total of 432 emeralds, 48 obsidian, and 12 ender eyes, plus the resources to kill the dragon. Another incredibly important objective is to get another villager. Last video, we managed to cure a single one, but if we get a second, we might eventually be able to make an iron farm, unlocking a whole host of tools, armors, and items to make the challenge easier. With that being said, we wrapped up day 4 with some relaxing cobblestone mining. Now, on to day 5. Day 5 itself was entirely made up of grinding, killing zombie piglins, trying to get into zombie villagers to spawn, and farming trees for emeralds. By this point, Little Man's ceaseless rage bait attempts had succeeded, as me and Mr. Clip had beat him to death, so you won't be seeing any more of our little Taiwanese laborer this video. Unfortunately, this challenge was beginning to send me into a bit of a fugue state, causing me to fall while crossing our nether bridge into the gold farm no less than 5 times, and inevitably causing me to give up and slam my hand through them on the wall. Entering into day 6, we were incredibly locked in, rejuvenated by a healthy dose of assorted pills. Using the strength afforded to me by such concoctions, I initiated an Imperial Japanese style cleansing against the pigman population. When the pigman authorities ultimately capture me and demand to know why I killed 2,132 zombie pigmen, My reply is going to be very simple.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, the euphoria of mass extermination and the amount of controlled substances running through my veins caused me to not realize the fact that for more than half of day 6, the recording aspect ratio was absolutely fucked. God fucking damn it, I've been recording this stupid ass challenge for over 11 hours. I have to post a video in 2 days. This is the point where I thank everyone for all the support they showed the last video. Anyway, to briefly describe day 6, we grinded quite a lot and started a chest to store the resources we will need to summon the end portal. By the end of day 6, we had the resources for just about 3 end frames. The first half of day 7 was going great, until my cat jumped onto my computer, hit the power button, and corrupted the first half of day 7's recording. He then tipped the entire computer over, which luckily didn't break anything. He knows he can do whatever he wants, because we already took his balls, so he's got nothing left to lose. Anyway, day 7 was a day almost entirely dedicated to grinding. I got a lot of emeralds, cured the villager a few times to make his trades better, and almost got all of the ender eyes we would need. We tried to get another zombie villager, and failed. Something I haven't been talking about as much during this video is how bad of luck we've had with zombie villagers. A total of like 4 of them have spawned over the last 18 hours of gameplay, and all but one of them either died or despawned almost instantly, which makes what happens next even worse. God fucking damn it, I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. Yeah, so we're 3 emerald blocks short of what we need, but I'm just going to completely ignore that for the first half of day 8 and grind for obsidian. If you don't quite understand what just happened, basically, every single thing I was working for over 20 minutes flew into the void because I fucking baby zombie pigmen. I briefly considered self-termination, but quickly realized my anger could be turned towards a far more productive outlet. Finally, after breaking a total of 140 swords against the heads of pigmen, I traded for and got all the obsidian we would need to summon the end portal. Now I just have to get a whole new villager. Kill me. I want you to understand the pressure here. Today is the deadline for this challenge. If I don't beat it by the end of today, I won't get the video on time. And for the entirety of this challenge, maybe 5 zombie villagers had spawned. So I decided to cover the entire spawning platform in boats, in the hope that I could more easily single out any zombie villagers that spawn without them despawning. And finally, by the grace of whatever deity rules these lands, a zombie villager spawned, and I managed to get it into the villager house. A second zombie villager even spawned on the platform, so I built a roof over it to keep it from burning to death once day came. And then a witch rage baited me for no joke 25 minutes, refusing to hit the zombie villager with a single weakness potion. Last video, I said the hoglin was my least favorite mob. That's no longer true. I fucking hate witches. I am going to have a fucking stroke. Throw a fucking weakness potion. Why do you keep throwing fucking poison potions? Finally, I managed to cure the villager and even get the other one from the spawning platform into the villager house. I know it sounds like a joke, but I was genuinely beginning to contemplate ramming my mid-range family SUV head-on into a semi-truck at this point. Finally, Mr. Clip joined. Hey, you remember that guy who hasn't logged on in 3 days? Anyway, you'd expect this to be a reprieve for me wanting to cause an automobile accident, but no, because he spent almost the entire time in call rage baiting me. Beat this guy to death.
I like how you put the villager in here, like I can just cure him with just some magical potion. You're leaving the hard work to me. Oh my god, I see.
I am about to go fucking ape shit. If you're wondering why I'm still in the nether, well, it's partially because killing zombie piglins relieves my stress, and partially to get more supplies to kill the Ender Dragon. Anyway, Mr. Clip managed to get the other villager on the curing process. So, I tried to burn the witch we had with the lava in anger. In retrospect, this was a mistake. You might be saying, oh well, so what? He died. Not the first time, probably not the last. Well, yeah, but unfortunately, I had our only bucket, alongside our only lava, in my inventory, and upon dying, it was the only item in my inventory to fly off the map. No more lava means no more cobblestone, which means no more tools. It's fine. We made the second villager a toolsmith to sell us stone pickaxes, and we won't be needing many more as we're approaching the end of the challenge. A bit more grinding, and we had what we need to summon the portal. So finally, it was time. Time to kill this fucking dragon and get saved by Andrew Cuomo. For some reason, this mod doesn't make the end into the void. Whatever, I'm not changing it. This was recorded and edited at 2 in the morning. After a short and relatively uninteresting fight, seeing as this was recorded well past midnight, we had done it. I quickly went topside to extinguish the Ender Dragon's bloodline, and then there was only one thing we could do. Signal Cuomo.
Where's the Boeing?
Wait a minute. We didn't build a landing platform. Many pieces of great media have a story, a theme, an ideal that they impress upon their viewers. So, what was the moral of this story? The best way to solve your problems is genocide.